Hello folks, it's Andy here. This is Andy's World Journeys and we're back in Melbourne. Behind me, the Melbourne Museum. And today's vlog, we're checking out the Titanic exhibition, whatever you like. Let's do it. So folks, a special exhibition which features apparently something like 200 relics from the wreck of the Titanic, that famous ship that went down well over 100 years ago now. The unsinkable, if you like, that turned out to be just as sinkable as most sinkables. The official title, Titanic, the Artefact Exhibition. I believe we're also going to see things like recreation of parts of the ship and who knows what else. It's in Melbourne for a limited time up to April the 14th 2024, so if you are interested in this, if this vlog piques your interest and you're in town, hurry along. They dined back in the early 20th century. Have a high tea, have a low tea. Folks, it's like I'm going on a cruise to death. Before we enter, $32.50 Australian, so probably around about 21 US dollars for this exhibition. It goes various places around the world, so after Melbourne it's going somewhere else. What else can I tell you? Concession's a bit cheaper. I bought my ticket online, but you can buy it here, I think. I think at one stage it was super busy, but at the moment I think it's been around for a little while now. The story of Titanic has been told and retold, but never more poignantly and passionately by the artefacts presented in this exhibition. Respectfully recovered and painstakingly preserved, these objects, more than the words or images, tell the story of the RMS Titanic and of her 2,228 passengers and crew whose lives she changed forever. 1907, a plan was hatched to build a ship that would dominate the waves of the Atlantic Ocean, taking people from Europe to the Americas. Construction, presumably. We've got a deck lamp and a pulley hook and joint as we see some of these original artefacts pulled from the wreckage. Over here, draftsmen pore over the design of the Titanic. Most of them had moustaches. Some did not. Was it the presence of people who were non-mustachioed that led to the eventual disaster that sank the Titanic? Maybe it was. Let's be honest, probably not. Come and see this exhibition. I'm sure you'll be riveted. It's supposed to be a joke because I'm looking at rivets right now. This is the captain, Captain Edward J. Smith. Interestingly, he had planned to retire in 1911, but was convinced to stay on for the first and only and unsuccessful transatlantic crossing of the Titanic. He was going to retire. It was his last day. And everything went a little awry, shall we say. 10,000 men worked at Harlan and Wolff, Queen's Island shipyard, to build this massive boat. It's Wednesday, April the 10th, 1912. Passengers were arriving for the maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic. Near, far, wherever you are. Welcome to the Ferranta Cafe. Some things are actually in very good condition. Here we have some prominent passengers on board the ship. I'm not seeing Leonardo DiCaprio anywhere. The Titanic could accommodate over 750 first-class passengers, and they stayed in stately rooms like this. Could be around 2,500 USD for this cabin, which in today's terms is probably more like 100,000. In comparison, there was the third-class passengers, steerage, Leonardo DiCaprio class, if you like. We're talking about $40 US for this ticket, which they say is around $5,000 Australian today, so what's that? 3,500 US. Violin comes with the cabin. There was doors like these that separated sections of the ship, watertight doors, that led some to call the Titanic unsinkable. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Trying to give us an idea of the boilers, the thing that kept the ship going. Apparently they couldn't quite shut the doors, the watertight doors, quick enough. This is actual ice, folks. Most that died from the Titanic didn't die from drowning, but from hypothermia. It's very neat. Got a whole flippin'... It's actual ice. $705 saved, 1,523 lost of all the passengers. There was only 20 lifeboats and very few of them were filled to capacity. To think, between 1912 and 1985, this giant behemoth was lost to the world. And today it's an exhibit you can see. The boat sat 4 kilometres under the ocean. 4,000 metres. 2010, and there was an expedition using remotely controlled vehicles to map and study everything down on the foot of the ocean and work out exactly what from the Titanic had survived. This photo represents a hearing that they had in 1914 into the tragedy of the Titanic. As a resolution, they had what they called ice patrols, patrolling the waterways of the North Atlantic. They established special frequencies for all ships carrying more than 50 people, and since then no more ships have gone down in that part of the world. This is a complete manifest, I believe, of the ship. At the top, the surviving passengers. Below the lines, those who are lost according to class or crew. We can see about 2/3 of the first class passengers survived, about 40% of the second class passengers, maybe about 30% of the third class passengers, and of the crew, about 25%. What do I always say when we go to any sort of exhibit or museum? They always finish on a gift shop. There you go. Titanic shirts, Titanic mugs, books about the Titanic, souvenir cushions, tote bags, you name it, they got it. And there you go, folks. It's kind of cool. Perhaps a little shortish, but kind of cool. And if it's so fancy, you grab yourself a spot of high tea, because why not? Live a little. FYI, $79 a head. Did I mention it's been an absolutely glorious day today in Melbourne town, 25 degrees, barely a cloud in the sky. What more could one ask for? I ask thee. Well folks, thank you for joining me on yet another vlog, another episode of Melbourne Revealed, and I hope you enjoyed this little vlog, just a short one for you here at the Melbourne Museum and that amazing Titanic experience. Look, it was kind of cool. It was something a bit different, something that's happening now. Don't forget, it's closing on the 14th of April if you want to go and check it out yourself. What was the highlight for me? I thought the recreation of the inside of the boat was actually the best part, but seeing those artefacts that they actually pulled off the bottom of the ocean, that is certainly special too. I'm taking a bit of a break from my Southeast Asian trip for the moment, sharing those videos with you. Over the next couple of weeks, I've got a couple of videos to show you from Dhaka to Dakar, which I haven't released yet, including high-speed rail journeys in both Morocco and Spain. So I hope you'll join me for those. Don't forget to click like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It helps us to grow. You get notified when videos drop, and I really appreciate it. Thanks again for joining me today. Take care wherever you are in the world. May the journey never end.